What do a 1949 board game, a shape-shifting alien from 1982, and a little spaceship game about cartoon beans have in common? They all tap into one of our most primal fears, the fear that person right next to you is not who they seem. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're pulling back the curtain on one of gaming's most compelling mechanics, the Imposter. We're going to follow a timeline from the drawing room mysteries of the past to the paranoid spacefaring of the present, and see how a single idea, spurred on by one of the greatest horror films ever made, evolved into a genre of its own. Let's start our investigation.
There's been a murder!
Oh, he's dead, he is.
It's a classic game of Clue. Who done it, where they done it, and with which weapon they done it with.
Our story begins not on a screen, but on a tabletop. In 1949, the board game Clue was released. Now, Clue isn't about an imposter in the way that we think of it today. Everyone playing is a potential murderer, but the identity of the killer is a mystery to be solved logically. The key innovation here was something called social deduction. You had to read your friends, watch what questions they asked, their behavior and mannerisms, and piece together what really happened. It establishes the core loop. A crime has been committed in plain sight, and we must use our intuition and investigation techniques to find them. It was a puzzle, but a social one. But something was missing. Fear, paranoia, that would come from the frozen wastes of Antarctica.
I'm gonna hide this tape when I'm finished. If none of us make it, at least there'll be some kind of record. The storm's been hitting us hard now for 48 hours. We still have nothing to go on. Nobody trusts anybody now. And we're all very tired.
In 1982, John Carpenter's The Thing created a genre in its own. It took the premise of Clue and injected it with a lethal dose of existential dread. The alien in The Thing isn't just a murderer, it's a perfect imitator. It is an organism that will stop at nothing to preserve itself. It could be anyone. It could have been you for hours and you wouldn't even know it. This is the big evolution. The threat is no longer a whodidit mystery to be solved calmly and rationally. It's a shapeshifter that turns trust into a weakness. The goal isn't just to find the killer, it's to survive the person standing right next to you. No one is safe until everyone else is proven right, or fatally wrong.
Do you last?
Retreating! What is it?
The film's atmosphere is thick with paranoia, distrust, and hopelessness. Its famous ending offers no clean resolution. The fear remains, and a hopeless trust no one scenario. The Thing gave us an emotional core that Clue lacked, sheer and unfiltered panic. It was only a matter of time before games tried to capture this feeling. In 2002, we got the first major attempt to translate that paranoia directly into a game. The Thing, the video game, was a canonical sequel to the film, and its most brilliant innovation was a familiarized trust and fear system. You played as a soldier leading a team of mercenaries, but any one of your NPC squad mates could be infected. The game actively encourages this paranoia. You had to give them weapons, order them into rooms, but if you armed someone who was infected, you were giving the monster a gun. The game used blood test kits, just like in the film, to prove someone's humanity. But these were scarce. You had to constantly make judgment calls. Was that character acting strangely because they were a thing, or just because they had fear, and their fear meter was high from seeing a monster? If you didn't reassure them, they might panic and shoot you, or worse, turn out to have been infected all along. This was a huge step. It was the first game to systemize the social dynamics of an imposter scenario. It wasn't about reading your friends, but about reading complex AI behaviors, managing resources, and living with the consequences of your actions. It proves that the core tension of the imposter could be a compelling mechanic driver for a single-player experience. The second major video game to run with this idea emerged in the mid-2000s, and it came in the form of a mod. The mod in question was a game mode for Gary's mod called Trouble in Terrorist Town, or TTT, which gained massive popularity in the late 2000s. This was the first digital game to translate the Thing's dynamic perfectly. A few players are secretly chosen as traitors. The innocent players must find them. The traitors must lie, deceive, and kill without getting caught.
I think the Hobbit's suspicious. Oh, hi.
What?
Hobbit's suspicious.
You're suspicious.
Dude, I can't.
He shot me. America shot me in the face.
Okay, kill America. Kill America.
Yeah, get him.
I got America.
Shoot him.
I got America.
TTT was revolutionary because it was built entirely around player interaction and voice chat. The mechanics were simple. The drama came from the accusations, the lies, and the friendships shattered in the virtual space. It proved that the core thrill of the Thing was perfectly suited for multiplayer gaming. This led many other social deduction games, but over time, this concept began to return to its horror roots and reemerge in scary media, just like the Thing did. In Dead by Daylight and Evil Dead the game, certain killers or demons can possess survivors or disguise themselves to create moments of betrayal from within the group.
Oh, I got possessed, and I'm beating the shit out of him.
Such as the Dredge and the Trickster. This showed the mechanic could be a powerful tool within a larger game, not just the entire premise. Which brings us to the phenomenon that brought it mainstream, Among Us.
I'm screenshotting this. Welcome to my meat lair. Can I interest you in some meats?
Can I buy a meat?
Released in 2018, it languished in obscurity for 2 years before exploding in 2020. Why? It took the proven formula of TTT and simplified it. They made the tasks very simple minigames. The visuals were clear and cute. The meetings were streamlined. But its true genius was timing. During a period of global isolation, it provided a perfect digital space for social connection and social deception. It was a full circle moment, the social puzzle of Clue, combined with the visceral paranoia of the Thing, packaged into an accessible game that anyone could play. It wasn't just a game. It was a cultural event that introduced millions to the thrill of being the imposter. Or the Thing. So from the logical deduction of Clue in 1949 to the paradigm shift horror of the Thing in 1982, through the foundational mods like TTT, the smart implementation of impersonation in Dead by Daylight and the Evil Dead, and finally the global takeover of Among Us, the imposter trope has proven to be incredibly resilient. It works because it taps into something real. The fear of the outsider, the betrayal of trust, the question of whether you can truly know another person. Games allow us to play with that fear in a safe space, to be paranoid crewmates or the cunning monster. It's a theme that started with a board game, was weaponized by a horror classic, and found its perfect home in the interactive world of video games. What's your favorite imposter game? Did I miss a crucial one in the timeline? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, hitting that like and subscribe button really helps the channel out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Love y'all, bye.